حي على الفلاح.
You plan to be young forever. You plan to climb the corporate ladder. You plan to be rich and powerful. You plan to be acclaimed and successful. You plan to conquer the universe. You plan to fall in love and be loved forever. You don't plan to be sad. You don't plan to be shattered. You don't plan to be hurt. You don't plan to be broke. You don't plan to be betrayed. You don't plan to be alone in this world. Sometimes Allah breaks our spirit to save our soul. Sometimes He breaks our heart to make us whole. Sometimes He allows pain so we can be stronger. Sometimes Allah sends us failure so we can be humble. Sometimes He allows illness so we can take better care of ourselves. And sometimes Allah takes everything away from us so we can learn the value of everything He gave us. Make plans, but understand that we live only by Allah's grace. We are born in this world. Each one goes through the life cycle: childhood, youth, adulthood, middle age, old age. In these different stages, our priorities are different, and each one is granted blessings according to Allah's plan. Some are given more wealth, some less. Some are given health, some are perpetually sick. And each one of us is given intelligence, talents, all according to Allah's plan. He who created death and life to test you as to which of you is best indeed. And He is the exalted in might, the forgiving. We all have those moments when we felt so strong, thinking whatever needs to happen will happen. That sweet feeling of trusting in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's plans is priceless. Then there are the times we get tense, we worry, we feel a knot in our stomach. What if things just don't get better? What if I lose him or her? What if I get ill? What if I am not able to complete my education? What if I don't get a job? Scared of the future, scared to be hurt, scared to fail. Sometimes Allah takes things away from us or puts us through experiences that give us pain, but He always does what is best for us. We may not see it now, we may not see it for years, we may not see it till the next world, but we must have faith that whatever He does is always for the best. There is always some good in a loss, in a trial, in a difficulty, or in a suffering. Trust Allah. He is Al-Hakim, the most wise. He is Al-Alim, the most knowing. It may be that you dislike a thing which is good for you, and that you like a thing which is bad for you. Allah knows, but you do not know. Ibn al-Qayyim says, had Allah lifted the veil for His slave and shown him how he handles his affairs for him, and how Allah is more keen for the benefit of the slave than his own self, his heart would have melted out of the love for Allah and would have been torn to pieces out of thankfulness to Allah. Therefore, if the pains of this world tire you, do not grieve, for it may be that Allah wishes to hear your voice by way of dua. So pour out your desires in prostration and forget about it, and know that verily Allah does not forget. Ali radiallahu anhu used to make the dua, "Oh Allah, when I lose my hopes and plans, help me remember that your love is greater than my disappointments, and your plans for my life are better than my dreams." Allah has a plan for you. Trust His plan. When Allah tests you, it is never to destroy you. When He removes something in your possession, it is only in order to empty your hands for an even greater gift. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah gives us 7 steps to understand the plan of Allah. 1. Recognizing Allah's attributes. The first practical step to actualizing tawakkul is to recognize who Allah is. He's in control of everything, so only He can grant you success. Allah knows everything, so He knows whether success in your task is good for you or not. Allah sees everything, so He will reward your effort whether you succeed or not. He's most merciful, so whatever the result is, it is part of His mercy to you. The deeper you understand Allah's names and attributes, the easier it gets to have tawakkul in Him. Take time to learn the names and attributes of Allah and reflect on them. This is the first step towards tawakkul. The second step is to make an effort to attain your goal. The means, asbab, to attain goals are of 2 types, worldly and spiritual. Worldly means refer to the things we have to do in this world to attain our goals. Most of us are aware of these and have no problem doing this. However, many Muslims forget that there are also spiritual means that we need to use in order to attain our goals. These include establishing the 5 daily salah, earning halal, eating halal, having noble intentions, and making dua for success. Establishing these spiritual means are essential for tawakkul. Those who are not fulfilling their obligations to Allah will have a hard time having tawakkul because they have not established this spiritual means to earn the assistance of Allah, although Allah may still assist them out of His divine mercy. The third step is to affirm Tawheed in one's heart, to have no doubt in the existence and power of Allah. This means that you are convinced that Allah controls everything. Only He can grant you success, and nothing happens without His will. Through this conviction, your heart will gravitate towards tawakkul, and trusting Allah becomes natural. 4. Being at peace with Allah's will. Taking the previous step further, to gain Allah's assistance, we must be at peace with Allah. We must have full trust that Allah, whose treasures and power are limitless, will take care of us and never abandon us. Inner peace must enter our hearts because of these beliefs. This inner peace will propel us to have full tawakkul in Allah because we are at peace with His will and His decision. 5. Thinking good thoughts. Husn al-dhan about Allah. Husn al-dhan, good thoughts, is a forgotten sunnah in our times. It is even more important when dealing with Allah. A Muslim must always maintain positive thoughts about Allah. He must believe that whatever Allah wills for him is best for him. He must believe that Allah will answer his dua in one way or another. Husn al-dhan here means trusting Allah to take care of the end result in the way that is best for your deen and dunya. 6. Dispelling doubts from the mind. Shaitan always tries to distract you with fear of failure, fear of poverty, and fear of humiliation. He tries to make you think ill of Allah. He may even sabotage your efforts. You must remove each of these doubts by confronting them. As a doubt enters your mind, repel it with a positive thought. For example, if shaitan makes you fear poverty, remind yourself that Allah has already decreed your rizq and promised to provide for you. This thought will repel the doubt from your mind and settle your heart. Dispelling evil thoughts is essential for pure tawakkul. 7. Handing over the matter to Allah. The final step of tawakkul is called tafweed, which means to hand over the matter entirely to Allah. After having taken up the worldly and spiritual means, cleared one's mind of negative thoughts, focused on positive thoughts, and accepting Allah's will, the next step is to just leave the end result in Allah's hand. There is nothing more you can do here than to leave it to Allah and trust Him. This will bring about hope and inner peace. The alternative, worrying about the result, brings about fear and anxiety. In this way, tawakkul is the solution to anxiety. Let us strive to understand and apply tawakkul in our daily lives. When we taste that amazing feeling of peace in your mind, strength in our limbs, and the breeze of tranquility in our hearts, we'll never want to be without it again. Train yourself to have tawakkul in Allah's plans, and you'll notice that things will not only get resolved more easily with His help, but tawakkul will also relieve you from your daily worries. Finally, before making any effort, let us remind ourselves of these 3 steps. Put our trust in Allah al-Wakil. Use our God-granted faculties to put in our best efforts. Believe in Qada wal Qadr, the divine decree.